Mustard. Yo, welcome to 2025 Beers and Bars.
Your place for rapid fire hip hop discussion and, of course, great beer.
I am Kamal Ghetto.
OT the Golden Child. Good to see everybody out there.
No, right? It's been a minute, man. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. I don't even know what
2025. Gee, this is 298. We coming up on 300 episodes, man. But yes, this is 298. Yeah, last show was with Dan Bonifero. Shout out Dan, lay low, out in Canada.
Yes.
Their golden boy is not doing so good right now.
Yeah, man.
But you don't even rep Drake, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
Dan don't even be talking about Drake, so it's all good.
Right. But yeah, man, Happy New Year and all that. You know what I'm saying? I think we might have did that on the last show, but
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's Black History Month, and what a Black History Month it is, I believe.
They didn't strip that. I thought that they got rid of that with the DEI, with the executive orders.
See, you want to go into politics? You want to start with politics?
No. You don't get it. No, I'm just making sure because you said it's Black History Month. I just want to make sure that the show don't get taken down because this is a DEI show.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Because we doing
bleep that. Somebody
see, that's the problem. I'm not usually I can run better with my rants, but I haven't done a show in a long time, and I didn't quite make the joke land how I wanted to. So
right. Nah, but I feel you.
I'm rusty.
Right. We gotta knock it off real quick, man. We gonna be when we're live together in the same room, it'll be better, man.
Yeah.
But it's a lot going on, man. Since we've been on hiatus, man. The Grammys have happened. The halftime show was just a day ago. Like literally like 24 hours ago at the time we're recording this. Hey, man, we got a new president. We got his second term. And life is beautiful also.
Yeah.
Right.
And if y'all don't know what that is an album that just dropped that you should be checking out with 2 Chainz, Larry
Numbers.
Produced by the Alchemist, man.
I'm not gonna speak on that yet. We'll talk about it when we get there. But before we get into all of that, what are we drinking? What are you drinking?
I have been off my beer, man. Yeah, my light is just weird. It's just going in and out. But whatever. We're gonna make it do what it do. I am not drinking any beer today. I try to keep my beer intake down. But I did want the Eagles to win yesterday, and they won. Kendrick's halftime show was very good. So this is a little celebratory bourbon. This is Heaven Hill bourbon. I just grabbed this right from over in the little cabinet, little thing over there behind the, So yeah, man, just a little bourbon, just a little something. It's a sippy sip. This will be all I'm gonna have tonight, man.
True. I feel you. I'm having. I just found this. My crib is getting renovated right now, so I just had to grab this and go when I locked up the crib earlier today. So this is Pipeworks Strange Vista Sour Cherry Red Ale. I don't think I ever had this, nor had it on the show. So this is my first time all together, all around. This is 5.3%. One from Pipeworks Brewing, man. I'm sure this came from Trader Joe. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But
what is it? What's the ABV again? What is that?
It's 5.3, G. It's
okay.
5.3. Well,
and let me actually clear this up a little bit because I want to be on your level as far as the ABV and all that. So this is their, to be specific, this is their Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, aged 7 years. This is 100 proof. So yeah, I'm saying 50% ABV. 50%
oh my
ABV.
God!
But it's alcohol, right? So it's
right. You having the little player.
Well, let me let me say this though about bourbon. For all my bourbon people out there, y'all let me know in the comments when you watch this if this is accurate. I'm trying to get up on my bourbon game. They say you should have 3 bourbons. One, which is an everyday bourbon, which you should not drink bourbon every day, by the way. But like your simple, standard bourbon. They say you should have a second bourbon, which is like celebratory, like maybe an anniversary. That's your more mid-level price. Then they say you should have another bourbon, which you only do like for, I don't know, like somebody got a big promotion or whatever. So I'm trying to get there. So I got to get 2 more bottles, basically. I gotta work on my levels. But
word. I feel
anyhow.
True that. That's kind of player, man. I might need some bourbon in the crib, man, and for the stash, man.
Motherfuckers be buying houses and just start, getting bougie and shit. That's all that be.
Hey, man. Right. I was about to go on a tangent, but I'm a chill. Yeah, but for sure. All right, man. Where we starting, man? It's a lot.
We are starting with the fact that Patrick Mahomes was not able to three-peat this weekend. We are starting with the fact that Jalen Hurts went 17 to 21, 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, 70 yards on the ground. And y'all said that he wasn't good, and he got a ring now. Now what? What y'all gonna say now?
Yeah, I was hearing a lot of that during the game. So my 9-year-old, I was over here talking about Kansas City, because that's who I know. I don't know what's going on with the Eagles. So I'm like, man, I guess I'm gonna root for Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? And then my son is like, Dad, we're Philadelphia. We're going to Eagles. We're the Eagles. I'm like, you rooting for the Eagles? Yes, all my friends. Why are you choosing the Eagles? Because they just have better strats. That's just word for strategy. They have better strats, and they this and that. I'm like, I don't even watch football. How you even know that? Y'all be talking about this at school or something?
Yeah.
So we got like a little clique that be talking about sports.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, I'll go for the Eagles then. Lo and behold, bruh, the first interception, I'm like, whoa. The second one, I'm like, yo.
Yeah,
I'm like, they're done. It's over. They're cooked. It was 0 to 24 for most of the.
Like the first half. Yeah, man.
It's over with. It's over.
He threw the touchdown to Devontae Smith at the top in the third quarter. That long touchdown. I'm like, Jordan, let's go, because we was at shout out and we was at Norm crib. I'm like, hey fam, we can get in the bed early tonight. Get your stuff, put your coat on. We don't need to see no more of this, man. We just saw one of the greatest halftime shows of all time. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh. Okay, so cool. We can go right into that. That was the Super Bowl. Here we go. Look.
Yeah, shout out the Eagles. Let's move on.
Shout out the Eagles, man. Hey, man, check this out, man. First of all, it opened with Samuel L. Jackson. I've never seen nothing like that where an actor is involved. You know what I'm saying? Or even Serena is in it too, where another athlete is involved. You know what I'm saying? This is groundbreaking to me, G. This is okay. So let's start from the top, right? When I first see it, I'm thinking it's like a tic-tac-toe board. Like, okay, you playing a game. The more we 24 hours in now, the whole internet is talking about it. PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? They do have like the XO triangle. You know what I'm saying? Okay, all right. So
I thought that was Squid Games, no?
I mean, they do Squid. It could be any game.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's open to interpretation, but it's a game.
Yeah.
It starts with a game, right?
Yeah.
And it's the great American game, as Uncle Sam put it, right? Right? So he said, the revolution is about to be televised. You picked the right time with the wrong guy. Woo! All these shots at Drake is insanity.
Yeah.
All these shots at Drake, I could not believe flew on this joint, G.
Yeah.
True. But it's like, all right, so you got Uncle Sam. He got humble, right? I love the African American energy out here. You know what I'm saying? The black dudes on the lamppost, the like the doo-wop singing hood dudes with you know what I'm saying, with all gold grills, hard. You know what I'm saying? Um, Uncle Sam said it's too ghetto. It's too reckless. It's too this. It's too ghetto, right? But he said then he went into, oh, you got a culture cheat code because they was doing that doo-wop thing, right? Deduct one life. That's what America be on, right? That's how I interpreted this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Upon my second watch, I'm like, I've caught the deduct one life the first time, but it wasn't until the second time when I really saw because the first time I'm like, whoa, this is like interesting. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching stuff the same way. Look, man. Kendrick is an interesting artist, man. And some things can be dissected. I think some things are reaching, but I do believe that Kendrick is exciting to watch because the things he does are intentional. You know what I'm saying? This is PG Lang, his company with Dave Free, right? Is his, this is their first halftime show, their first big production, and the people that went into making this whole thing like really put it together, and obviously directed by Kendrick, you know what I'm saying, and told a story. You know what I'm saying? It told a story. Whereas most artists come up there and tell they want to play the hits. He didn't do a lot of his super big songs.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to have as much GNX, and he
did not expect that. But he had Humble, he had the joint with SZA, you know what I'm saying? But he had mostly GNX, Euphoria, you know what I'm saying? Like Not Like Us, you know what I'm saying? Like he had and it's like I got a bunch of other notes here that just talk about the whole show. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people have been breaking this out, the show down all day for the past 24 hours, literally 10 minutes after the joint dropped. I feel like somebody had a reaction video to the joint. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely,
we're late at this point. And by the time this joint drops on the internet, we're going to be super late. You know what I'm saying? But I will go through some other things. The whole thing was a game. I wanted to see more SZA, to be honest. I could have went with some more SZA, man. It was a cultural divide. It was a cultural divide. I'm gonna get it on the floor. 4 acres and a mule. This is bigger than the music. They tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence. Yeah, man. His jacket said Gloria, which is the last track on GNX.
Yeah.
Say Drake right in the camera. Ooh,
crazy work, man.
Crazy work. I heard a rumor that Jay and Usher advised him not to do Not Like Us because of the lawsuit against him. And so my thinking is, he said, how much is the lawsuit? How much is it? Because we about to go ahead and do this joint, G. That's what the people want. It gets the people going. We can't 100%. We can't not be at the Super Bowl and not do that, G.
I would agree. Yeah.
We at the Super Bowl. We got to do Not Like Us.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And to think, he still mentioned, he still did the verse and mentioned Party. He mentioned Chubbs. He mentioned Baca. You know what I'm saying? And wop. I can't believe it, G. I can't believe it, man.
Let me tell you this, man. I'm gonna just paint this in. I don't have a lot to say about all the conspiracies and all that, because to me, even with everything that's obviously true, and then some of the other stuff that people are saying, all the breakdown videos. Shout out to everybody doing that. But at the end of the day, if you're a Kendrick fan, it was a party. If you are not a Kendrick fan, it's a lot of people too that are being like, oh, this was not that good. I could care less. I think that it's a lot of people that just aren't Kendrick fans. And some people maybe just thought it wasn't a good show. It don't matter to me. Kendrick has been in my top 5 for a long time now. And at Norm crib, shout out to Norm again, man. We had a party, man. My son was down there. My son Jordan was with me. My homie ADP was there. You know what I'm saying? Like we was kicking it, man, and we were just having a good time, you know what I'm saying? Because we all appreciate the music, the symbolism and things like that. That was dope. And then the fact that he teased that not like us so many times. He's a very intentional guy. And the fact that he ended it with that, man, and the fact that he did Euphoria, and he was gonna do All the Stars, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a very good show.
And to find out that, during the beef, I just had found out that All of the Stars is a diss to Drake. His verse, at least one of his verses. And I'm like,
first verse.
And that's the verse he did.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, this is too much. This is too much.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
No, I'm good. That's all I got, man. I think it was a good time. Let's y'all be mad every year anyway, man. Shut up. Stop talking about it. Every year we got something we didn't like Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? Or people did like Rihanna. Then whatever was before that.
I thought
it's just all opinion, man. Let's wrap. If you see this when it's dropped and you still talking about it, wrap it up at 12 p.m. the next day. Let's move on.
You know what? I'm gonna say this though. I do believe that it will be the most rewatched halftime show. Let's see. I'm gonna see. I don't know what metric is gonna release that, but I do believe it's going to be the most rewatched halftime show ever. At least up until this point. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too much to dissect. There is no other show where you got to dissect it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no other show that will get dissected like this one.
Yeah. Absolutely. But it's crazy, him doing this, a week after winning 5 Grammys. We could segue into that.
Whoa. Before you say that, is this the nail in the coffin for Drake?
Absolutely.
Not for, and I don't mean, well, let me take that, not the nail in the coffin, but
we should be done here.
Right. I'm thinking
we are done.
Like this is the game. This is game over, right?
I've been saying I've been heavily critical of people in the Kendrick Lamar honeymoon. And it's people may be like, well, are you even a fan? Yes, I am. But I've the Kendrick Lamar honeymoon, people have been really, really on top of him for the past couple months. And I appreciate all that. Now that we got Super Bowl out the way, let's go ahead and let's move on. We're done. I don't think Drake needs to do anything. Drake, do your tour. You know what I'm saying? He started his tour this week out in Australia. Kendrick is obvious.
Really?
He's on tour, and I think he's on tour in Australia right now. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, with the bullet holes and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? The did you see that?
I didn't see any of that.
Oh man, let me bring you up to speed. So he came out first night on tour with a black hoodie on that was riddled with about 20-something bullet holes in the back with smoke coming out the back of it. And that's how he came out opening up the tour.
Really?
Yeah, man. He needs some friends, man.
He does. Somebody need to go check on him, especially after.
We don't need that. We know you got shot. You just got shot again. We know. Just move on, man.
Yeah, just move.
You don't have to tell us you're still standing. We know.
He's right. He's still standing. Right. Okay. Right. But he's a prideful guy. You know what I'm saying? He got pride. Most rappers do. You know what I'm saying? Most rappers do. And I mean, bruh, he got cooked. He's not gonna let this go no time soon.
He needs to. I'm looking at my damn vinyl over here. He should go listen to Pride. He should go listen to Pride's Gonna Get You, bruh. Like
you can't tell Drake to go listen to Kendrick,
you and me, bro. What a great song. This is, and I'm going now. Now I'm being a standing stand. This is the difference. Like being able to reference a song like that at that point in his career and everything he's trying to say on a song about the ego and pride. Like, and then to see what Drake is like, hey, you lost, bro.
You lost.
Don't sue. Don't do nothing. Don't do. Take it on the chin, reflect, see what you did, calculate, see what you did wrong, whatever.
Right.
I have no idea.
But yes, what were you saying about the Grammys now? Because he ended the joint. Well, he ended it with TV off, but I mean, he had to do Not Like Us, which won 5 Grammys. 5 Grammys.
Bring us both back up.
A diss song, bruh. A diss song won 5 Grammys. This whole run is historical. It's gonna get talked about for years after this. We've never seen anything like this in rap, G. Nothing like this.
Yeah, but that's also just the times we live in with the ability to get this music out as fast as you can get it out. We had never recognized a beef like this where, you know, you ain't got to wait till somebody's album drops 6 months after to hear that person's reply. But absolutely swept the Grammys, man. And you know, it don't even matter if it's deservingly so. Like, it don't matter. Like, it matters not at all. You good. Smoked at the Grammys, man. You know what I'm saying? Killed it. More so at the Grammys. One of the talks has been, you know, Beyonce finally got her. Did she get Country Album of the Year?
Bruh, she got, not only did she get Country Album of the Year, Beyonce, but she also got Album of the Year.
Really?
Which, yes, she did. Yes. She got album #1 spot of all of the albums of last year. That is the coveted, you know what I'm saying? That's what Jay-Z got on stage and said last year or whenever that was, when he was like, man, how she got all these Grammys, top Grammy winner, but never won Album of the Year.
Can I give a hot take?
Got it this year.
I'm gonna hot take real quick.
It's politics, I believe, but go ahead.
Absolutely. I'm so tired of the Grammys. Because on one hand, it's like you celebrating what Beyonce did, and I'm happy she finally got a Grammy, but like, okay. I've heard a little bit of this album because shout out to the wife, you know what I'm saying? She's a Beyonce fan, but y'all not finna sit up here and tell me that like a Lemonade couldn't have got a Grammy the year it came out with all Lemonade did that year. And I'm not even saying I'm a fan of that album, but just when you think of how the Grammys typically run stuff, like they be doing stuff so politically. It'd be just like weird. I think they did it because it's a time. I think they did it because, you know, I don't know how the Grammys, I could be wrong all the way, but
no, I don't.
With all the backlash with it being a country album and everybody hating the fact that it was country, I think that they did this on purpose and intentionally. I could be wrong. I just hate it. I think she should have had a Grammy. Like, she should have. There are other albums that she could have got Grammys for. G, like, stop playing.
I think she got the most Grammys ever. I think she is the top Grammy winner.
Songs and things like that, though, right? Never albums. I think I may be wrong, y'all can correct me in the comments, but come on, man. Like,
she has 32 Grammys. Beyonce has 32 Grammys.
Which album? Have any of her albums ever won a Grammy? No, right?
I don't know if her albums have, but I'm just looking at the number of Grammys. She is the top winner with 32. She might be 33 now because I think this list is old. I think this list I'm looking at is old because now she had 33. And then Greg Sorty, I don't know what he does. Quincy Jones has 28.
Well, that's producing and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah,
and whatever.
I mean, So he's number 3. He's number 3. But, and I'm just only gonna name the black people. Hey man, DEI. This is a DEI show. Beyonce still had the top spot though, so she had the most Grammys, and this is her first time winning Album of the Year. So boom, there you have it.
Shout out to her, man.
Shout out to Doechii. Shout out to Doechii. She won Rap Album of the Year.
That's crazy.
That is kind of crazy, actually.
Well, when you look at the like we talked about this, right? We talked about the fact that when you looked at rap last year, I figured she possibly could win it. I think I wanted Common and Pete Rock to win, but if you look at all the artists from that category who had like a super big year, only other people may have been Metro, and I don't know if they would give it to Metro because he's more so a producer. Well, the album is an album,
right? He's still
Doechii just killed it last year, man. She just smoked it. So
yeah, shout out to her team. Ain't that TDE?
Yes.
Yeah, G. So yeah, shout out to TDE and what they put into her to even make that happen. You know what I'm saying? You got a campaign for stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? To all the people that vote and whatnot on the recording academy and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, G.
Let's move on, man. Let's talk about a little bit of music, man. We had a recent drop from 2 Chainz and Larry June. Numbers. Life is Beautiful. 37 minutes, 11 songs, produced by The Alchemist, ALC. I'm gonna get straight to it, man. I like the album. It's not much I can put to it outside of if you like. Okay, I'll put it this way. I never even thought to make the Larry June 2 Chainz connection. Like
me either.
Man,
I never would have even
these two would sound good together until I saw it being announced. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Sophisticated rap, like sophisticated, illustrious talk rap, grind, hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Like how to it's like Jewels for Your Life though. Also,
yeah,
like
exactly
business minded. You know, like they got a song called LLC where it's like, I put my car in the business name. I put my gun in wifey's name. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, huh. Now, I don't have an LLC right now. I used to have an LLC. I want an LLC again, actually. I would get one again. It's great. It's great. It is one of the, if you're going to do like a corporation of some type, an LLC is probably the best one to get out of a corporation, S Corp. You know what I'm saying? The LLC, they giving real jewels, G, throughout the joint. You mentioned the other day.
Corporation. Yeah.
Yeah, G, like you mentioned the other day in the chat, Chainz is rapping. I was like, when you said that, I'm like, yeah, he got some lines. The more I listen to it, it's stuff I didn't even catch until today. I think I listened to the album at least 10 times because it's just smooth. I could just put it on again. You know what I'm saying? Like at first I was lukewarm on the album. I'm like, it's got some joints. But now that I'm like listening to it, it's always that album, man, that hit me at the beginning of the year. I didn't have that album last year. The year before that was The Weeknd. The Weeknd came out like earlier in the year, like February, with Dawn FM. And it stayed with me all the way to album of the year. This album might make it for my top 5 list because I'm kind of liking this joint right now, man. I just caught a line. He said, I'm on another tier like a crybaby. At first, I didn't think, what? But then I got it like days later.
Yeah.
But go ahead. Yeah.
But yeah, man, some songs on here. I mean, really, all the songs are good. I like Money Canyon. I like Colossal. I like LLC. My favorite song probably is Generation.
That's my joint.
It's a very good song, man. It's a very, very good song.
Yeah.
The last joint is good. Any Day is good. I'm telling you right now, man, if you haven't checked this album out,
I like
it's a very good motivational throw. I put it on going to a basketball game. I'm coaching my son's team, and it was like a 45-minute drive, and that joint took me through. That joint was perfect, man. So
it's a good joint, G.
Let me ask you though. You mentioned Weeknd. Did you like the Weeknd's album? The one that dropped?
He got like a run of like 6 or 7 songs towards the beginning that go hard. You know what I'm saying? Future is on 2 joints back to back. Travis is on a joint before those 2 songs. He got a joint with Playboy Cardi. That's probably my favorite joint. That's produced by Pharrell. That goes hard. He got some joints, but I do think it's a little long. It's like an hour and 15 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, that's probably why
and
I
I
haven't
feel
even.
like it's kind of unnecessarily long. You know what I'm saying? And I think it might be one of his last albums. I believe. I mean, I thought he was like retiring the weekend. You know what I'm saying? But I could be wrong. I don't know. I do know it's like the 3rd. Shout Oscar. You know what I'm saying? He really the one that told me this is the 3rd in the trilogy. You know what I'm saying?
How many
Dawn
trilogies do
FM.
he have? He been like everybody been talking about trilogy since he first started. What is going on?
He got what album did he have? After Hours was part 1, and then Dawn FM was 2, and then Hurry Up Tomorrow, I guess, is the last of the trilogy. So I haven't even heard After Hours, which is crazy, but I love Dawn FM. That was my number 1 album for whatever year that came out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
So, but yeah, man. Yeah.
Y'all check that joint out, man. Obviously we under a new regime. I said I wasn't gonna talk politics.
Oh yeah.
I can't really talk politics this time around. I'm gonna be honest with you. One of my fears of the new regime, not even the new regime, or just Trump being president again, is because he's such a polarizing figure, me knowing how much everybody's going to talk about everything he does.
Yeah.
And it's the media cycle just eats this shit up. So it's like I've been intentionally staying away from it a little bit because it's just so much. It's just so much. So with that being said,
what's the banning? Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, all I know is that he's been signing crazy executive orders on this and on that. I haven't been reactionary to anything because I feel like that's kind of what overwhelms people in times like these and just get people talking and talking and talking. But yeah, man, it's only February. Let's see how this shit goes.
So you know, I've been hearing the term flood the zone. Have you been hearing that term at all?
I have been intentionally tucked away. I know nothing.
So flooding the zone. What's the Bannon dude name? I forget his first name.
His former I forgot.
Something
yeah, but it's Steve Bannon, right? Yeah,
Steve Bannon.
He was his guy during his first presidency. Yeah,
this is before he got inaugurated, but you know, he was on some interview talking about, you know, this is what you got to do. You got to flood the zone, meaning put out all of this crazy stuff into the media. You put out all this crazy stuff, just crazy stuff after crazy stuff. They won't know what to attach to and try to stop because, you know, they doing crazy stuff. The first crazy thing, second crazy thing, the third crazy thing. By the third one, the first one is forgotten about. But we getting stuff through in that first crazy thing, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? But if we just flood the zone, if we just put all this crazy stuff out, they won't know what to attach to try to stop. And we can just get whatever we want. We can just get it through. You know what I'm saying? We can get stuff passed. That's how we're going to do this. And when I heard him say that, and then when I see what he's doing, I'll say this. I've heard some people talk about a possible civil war.
That's not going to happen. I don't think so. Possibly.
I don't. This is an interesting time that we live in right now, G. And your man's is doing some interesting things, some unusual. I mean, it's not unusual for him, but you know, I saw when he interrupted the whatever was on TV, to speak about the first plane crash. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw that. And he was just up there talking. He don't have no facts.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah.
He has no facts. He don't have no professional coming up there and saying whatever the situation is.
Well, first off,
talking off the cuff.
It was way too early for him to even have any facts, and that's one of the problems. Early. So, and this is how I know that everybody's in a cult. All right, you're gonna hear me talk about this a lot. You guys are in a cult. A lot of you guys are in a cult, and you don't know it. If you can hear what he did during that speech after those 65 or 60 something people lost their lives, and think that was okay to do at that moment, you're in a cult. Okay.
Right.
If you don't have any, because here's the problem, right? At a time like that, the leader of the country should be kind of consoling people, bringing everybody together. It's not really a time for political posturing.
Right.
But somebody who is as egotistical and kind of, such an egomaniac like he is, in my opinion, again, I've said this before, my opinion is that he's checking boxes off. If Barack doesn't go at him as hard as he did in the correspondence dinner in 2014, if Barack doesn't do that and say, man, you'll never be president, blah, 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 I think Trump just checking boxes off. I think being president was some cool shit to do at this point in life with all the other things that he's done.
Yeah.
Back to my point, though. You guys are in a cult, okay? It's you can't see if put Joe Biden in that position. And I'm not a Biden fan, but put Biden in that position and listen to Biden have that same kind of commentary. How would you feel if that was Biden? You'd be critiquing him, but you're not critiquing this guy because that's your guy, and you're in a cult. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Here's what Trump said after the New Orleans tragedy. When I said that the criminals coming in are far worse than the criminals we have in our country, that statement was constantly refuted by the Democrats and the fake news media, but turned out to be true. The crime rate in our country is at a level that nobody has ever seen before. Our hearts, blah, 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 right? And citing the commentary there about illegal immigrants, but that guy turned out to be somebody who was homegrown from the States. This wasn't true. You guys are in a cult. If you don't have a problem with that or what he did during that plane speech, check.
Bruh.
Can I be done? I'm done. Everybody's in the cult, man. Cult 2024. Everybody, all sides. Done.
Now,
that's the president, G.
What's Elon's department called, man?
Department of Government Efficiency. He is trying to shrink. He's trying to quote unquote shrink government waste and funding that taxpayers pay to. See, I said I don't know shit. See, I be lying. Right. I be lying my ass off. He's trying to shrink wasteful spending, quote unquote. We'll see how that goes, though. I have no idea. I've seen this movie. He's a billionaire. I don't think he gives a fuck about the middle class. No, billionaires never do. I think that this is going to help people like him in the long run. How do we think billionaires are trying to solve our problems? It's the weirdest shit in the world.
Now with that in mind, I believe he is on, I feel like Trump owe a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? And he's letting stuff just like this cabinet is crazy style. Like, what the heck is going on? But I mean, these people are unqualified and all of that. But Elon Musk in particular is one of the richest people on earth.
No. You said that wrong. Elon Musk is the richest man in the world.
Is he?
Absolutely. On paper. I mean, I don't know what them Saudi folks got. I'm sure that oil money is not.
Right.
But on paper, if you go to Google right now, who's the richest man in the world? It's Elon Musk. Followed, I think, by Jeff Bezos or something like that.
Right. And so he has the president of the free world like in his back pocket pretty much. You know what I'm saying? He's a billionaire. He don't need to be president. It's almost like he's running the country. You know what I'm saying? And Trump is like the face. You know what I'm saying? Like he could make moves He could make moves if he want to because he got the president signing executive orders. He's a billionaire, G.
I'm a little skeptical.
The money.
Go ahead.
It's more about. It feels like it's more about the money, and watch the money. Shout out to Ugly Boy Modeling, man. He said this like around the time that the vaccines were getting rolled out. You know what I'm saying? Watch the money. Watch the money. And Trump is about that dollar, G. And he's doing things for his own self-interest, G. You know what I'm saying? It's I can't, man. I can't.
Bro got up there talking about the transportation policies of Obama and Biden concurrently. 4 minutes into his speech, after a plane crashed into the I forgot. I flew to DC before. Crazy work. But no, I don't think him and Elon are gonna make it together the entire time. I think it's gonna be some type of riff, in my opinion.
I can see that.
That's what I think. That's what I think. But this story doesn't end well, guys. Like, I mean,
it's not.
What movie have you saw?
It's gonna burn down, G. It's going to burn down.
Here's my only
going to burn down, G.
What movie have you seen where the Elon figure in the movie was some egalitarian ruler who really had the best interests? Like, y'all go watch this, like Look Up or something. What's the movie with Leo like Leonardo DiCaprio?
Right, yeah. Look Up.
Elon is the scientist in that movie. The dude is like, like that's the antagonist, protagonist, whatever. That's him. Like, they've made this movie like 40 times. Fact. When does the Elon guy? Fact. He's always the evil guy, guys. And I hope I'm wrong, because I have kids, and I hope that I can eat a big pile of crap and that they do good. But I'm fucking skeptical.
Like, I want a Tesla. Can I even purchase a Tesla now and feel, you know what I'm saying? I
want to be wrong, G, but it looks weird. Everything looks weird. And check the tapes. I'm not if you ever want to hear my opinion on the Democrats, just go watch some other tapes. Okay. I'm not some, like, I'm like, no, I'm just, I hate everybody. I hate everything. It's so fucking weird.
Right. Everything. We're all going to die.
We're all going to die, man. But,
might be a civil war, man.
I don't think it's going to get to that, to be honest with you.
It's crazy style, man. The man is pardoning people that like rioted the man. I can't, man. I can't, man.
If you think that's okay, but at the same time you was pissed when Biden pardoned somebody, you're in a cult.
Right.
You have to see both things objectively. I think both are bull. I think both of those things are skeptical, and you should question both. If you like one but not the other, you're in a cult.
Right.
Whoever you are.
But to put it in perspective, Joe Biden's son is Joe Biden's son, and he didn't kill anyone.
Absolutely not. Yeah. Well, I don't think
January 6ers, people died that day, G. Did
he pardon somebody that smoked somebody?
I feel like they all got let go, didn't they? I don't know.
I have no facts on that. I have no facts on that.
You're right. You got a point, but they definitely. I mean, they was all illegally came into the White House. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the freak? But
let me ask you guys a question, all right? Because I've been shitting on the Dems for like 2 years, so now it's your turn, Republicans. Let me ask you a question. If you're listening to this still and you're on the other side, if that was BLM at the Capitol and they did that, would you still feel like it was cool? If you wouldn't feel like it was cool, guess what? You're in a cult.
Right.
You're in a cult.
They wouldn't be okay with that. No, look at these Negroes.
Hey, you're in a cult, dude.
Bro said they took out DEI. They put in DEI. They said there were too many white faces. So let's put in DEI. And he literally made it a distinction between white faces and everybody else, diversity.
Okay, you know what's crazy too? This is what's so wild about that
Bro,
statement.
double down on that joint. That joint crazy, dude.
You know, and here's the problem with that, man. The problem with these words like a DEI and all that is that the conversation around it is race-based because it's easy to polarize people on that.
Correct. Yep.
You guys don't really understand how many other things certain programs that are coded under that have some type of impact on. You just hear it and think that, you know, like maybe black people or whoever are getting jobs that they're not qualified for over somebody else's. That's a portion, but that's not all. That's not all what that is.
Right.
My cousin who's in the
that's not even why it was started, I don't believe, G.
And numerically it's benefited. Let me chill on the people that is actually, if you look at the stats, some of the folks
I feel like it's benefited more white women than and I could be wrong on that stat. But I feel like I have read that in more than one you know what I'm saying, more than one article, more than one resource, that it benefited more white women than anything. You know what I'm saying? Than any group. But I could be wrong. So correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody come in the chat.
Statistically, that's what I've But people won't know that. Do you know why? Come on. They're in a cult. They don't know. They just they have a presence of mind to know who it's affecting. They think there's people that they think it's helping. They don't really know the whole situation. They're in a cult, man. All right, let me stop using that word. I shouldn't use that word so loosely. I'm done. Episode 300. We're gonna do it somewhere. What we doing, man?
Man, we gotta figure that out. We got one more episode before 300, man.
Yeah, man.
We need to figure that out before the next episode.
Absolutely.
We might do it for 305.
No, we should definitely do 300, man. We should do 300. Until then,
right.
See y'all next time. Happy culting out there, man. All right.